Hi, friends. So this is our final day of learning Psalm 23, The Lord is my shepherd. Remember last time we talked about the start of verse 6, which was, I am sure that his goodness and his love will follow me all the days of my life. Today I'm outside our house because I wanted you guys to see the house behind me, because that's the final part of it. I will live in the house of the Lord forever. So we'll talk more about that later, but I just wanted you guys to see a house and what are the things that a house does. A house protects us, right? This week we had some cold weather and some wind, and these good strong walls protected us from that. And we'll talk more when we go inside. All right, so last time we drew the picture, the first part of verse 6, for I am sure that your goodness and your love will follow me all of my days. And the second part was, and I will live in the house of the Lord forever. So this one is just a very simple house, right? A house that keeps us safe and protects us. So I will live. So here we are living, and maybe need a chair to live, whatever you can draw inside the house, but I will live in the house of the Lord. So remember, great big God, this is his house, the house of the Lord forever. So I think of forever just as arrows going in every direction. They never stop, right? So forever. And I will live in the house of the Lord forever. And we can write that on the back as well. And I will live in the house of the Lord forever. I'm going to do the arrows there again because I love that. All right, so here we are back inside again and see the Lord is my shepherd behind me. So this is Psalm 23. And I talked on Sunday about what that means to dwell in God's house forever. And I know that maybe we still don't fully understand that, how that's possible, that we can commune with God and that we can be with him. And I think that that's the biggest thing that we need to remember from this verse. To live in the house doesn't mean an actual physical place where we're living, but it means that we're communing with God and that we're dwelling with him. And because of Jesus, that's possible for us. So I really want you kids to be encouraged that Jesus, who is our good shepherd, that David was looking forward to him back when he wrote this verse in Psalm 23. And we can, because of what Jesus did, we can live in God's house and we can know that God will take care of us all of our days. So let's review what we've learned. I'm going to try to do the right words here. But verse 1, the Lord is my shepherd. He gives me everything I need. Verse 2, he lets me lay down in fields of green grass. He leads me beside quiet waters. Verse 3, he gives me new strength. He guides me in the right path for the honor of his name. Verse 4, even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. I messed that up. Your shepherd's rod and staff, they comfort me. Verse 5, so you prepare a feast for me right in front of my enemies. You pour oil on my head, my cup runs over. And verse 6 that we just learned, I am sure that your goodness and your love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will live in the house of the Lord forever. And guys, I hope that you're encouraged. I'll review this again with you another time, but just keep working on that and keep being encouraged that because of who Jesus is and because God loves us so much that we can be in his part of his sheep herd and that he takes care of us and he watches over us all of our days.